What is up, guys? Welcome to the Verse Crypto channel, the most savage sharing crypto channel out there. My name is Kris, and I'll be your host today. Before I end this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, and keep you guys up to date with the latest, greatest news and information in the space. With that being said, let's hop right in this video. As always, we have another great project for all you big brains. Today, we're going to be talking about a project called Lattice. For those of you who don't know what Lattice is a decentralized exchange launching on the Constellation hypergraph. And let me tell you guys, this project has some pretty cool utility, and it has the potential to not only do numbers in the next bull market, but to support the entire Constellation ecosystem. So today I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of what Lattice is, how you can get involved with this project, and all the cool utility that this project provides. Please keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and education purposes only. Please do your own research. Starting off, head over to lattice.is. Right when you tap that in, you're going to get this backslash dashboard. It's going to take you to this pretty cool website. It's more so like a application. It just jumps right into the rewards program, launchpad, buy, sell, and swap. Now a lot going on this website. We have the prizes on top, but if you want to get a good breakdown what Lattice is, just click right here. It'll take you over to this white paper, which is launched on medium.com. And it just gives you a breakdown of everything you need to know about this token. Doesn't get into crazy math, doesn't go into nerd stuff. It just gives you the meat and the cheese and makes it extremely straightforward. So starting off, there are going to be 6 main features behind the Lattice token. And keep in mind, this is going to continue to develop. They're always going to come out with new and awesome utility. So the first one is incubation and advisory. So what incubation is, when you come and you try and launch a project on a decentralized exchange, launchpad, wherever, there's going to be this period of advisement and advertisement where a team's going to look over your project, and then they're going to talk about any issues in your coding, and then they're going to go and launch it, connect with people, and start the process of marketing so your project can get out there and get seen by a lot of people. And so what Lattice is going to serve is as a premier incubator pad for the Constellation hypergraph. Now, keep in mind, Constellation is still a baby and it's in its infancy phases. So we're going to see a lot more projects launch on the hypergraph. And as more projects launch on the hypergraph, they're going to have to go through incubation period, and they're going to most likely use Lattice as the main place to not only promote and market their token, but also to launch it on their decentralized exchange. And that's why having a incubation component of a decentralized exchange is so powerful. So right now, Lattice is looking at the Constellation market, and they're seeing a huge potential to add some more utility behind their token. And so that's kind of like the idea behind what this paragraph is saying. Constellation's flight program. Oh yeah, also before I dive in, Constellation is giving out grants programs for people to develop on their blockchain. I believe it was 20 million to 100 million. I can't remember the number, but you can apply for a grant, you get money, you can develop the project, and it's just a way to bring more people onto the blockchain. And so overall, the program guides entrepreneurs through each phase of their token life: ideation, fundraising, token, liquidity, with the intention of bringing innovative solutions to the ecosystem. In exchange for advisory service, the projects will dedicate a percentage of their token supply, which will be distributed to VLTX holders. So if you choose to buy this token, I believe you have to stake it or just hold it. I need to look a little bit more, but overall, by getting into this project, anytime a project launches onto this platform, they're going to have to give a portion of their token to all the holders, and then all the holders get a little piece of the pie. So it may seem kind of sketchy, but just hear me out here. When you give out your token to a lot of holders, it's going to incentivize them to not just sell it right off the bat. They're going to do some research. They're going to look at your project. And it's also a great marketing tool to say, hey, I created this token for XYZ. And then they're going to go look at that. And if they really like your project, there's a good chance they might actually go and buy more, or they might just sell it. But overall, it is a phenomenal marketing tool. And this is something that, the Polshian ecosystem is doing really, really well to onboard new users onto their token. Now, so to date, there's going to be 70 more projects that are going to be launching on the Constellation hypergraph. And so overall, you're going to see a lot more projects that are going to pop up through this incubation phase. Now, the next thing, Launchpad. Basically what Launchpad is, it's a place where you can go, you can launch your token, and essentially you'll have like pre-sale phases. And when you get into the pre-sale, you have to hold a certain amount of the tokens, and usually it's done by dollar amount. And then it's just a fair distribution of the tokens at the token creation event. And it's a way to prevent whales from coming in, buying up the token, and it prevents any sort of hacks or any attacks that will occur at the beginning of the project. Now, keep in mind, the worst security point when it comes to a cryptocurrency project is at the beginning when it launches. And so utilizing a launchpad in an incubation phase is a great way to not only get your project out there, market it well, and have a nice structured launch series, but also it's a way to protect your project from any bad players. Now, node manager. So we view that anything can be a node on our network, offering value resource back to the network. This is an open platform, agnostic to any ecosystem, data source, and project, regardless of chain the token is minted. The node manager and Lattice ties rewards and bounties to designated data source. By connecting data sources such as Twitter account, health monitoring, watch API, Constellation Network's hypergraph node, or a door traffic miner, we create programmatic rewards tied to data feeds. Version 1 of the node manager consists of staking rewards campaigns where the reward missions are tied to a technical solution, most notably the Constellation soft node program, which locks up approximately 50% of the circulating supply of DAG per month. Ecosystem projects can incentivize via LTX holders or existing token holders to create a node campaign and improve reward emissions. So, Launchpad and incubation and advisory, it's pretty typical with decentralized exchanges, but a node manager, that's a little bit special when it comes to a new project. They're actually going to be doing an active node where essentially what a node is it just sits on the network there and improves transactions all the way across. And in return for approving transactions, you get to receive rewards that are generated. And so ultimately what the node manager is going to do is it's going to sit there and it's going to collect these rewards, and then it's going to get distributed to all the token holders of I believe it was the LTX token. So it's another way to earn passive income, and it also creates a community driven model. So this is something that I absolutely love to see, having different revenues of income coming in, supporting projects. I believe it was the door knocker. I was reading the door traffic miner. That's a project we're going to cover later on, but there's going to be innovative projects where, if someone walks through a door, you will generate like a token or something like that. And to have these decentralized platforms run by DAOs that will go out and try to acquire as many rewards as possible is going to be great, especially if you are a small retail token holder. Now, this part is the biggest component of the LTX token: liquidity pools and cross-chain swaps. Essentially, what they're going to do is they're going to set up liquidity pools so that you can exchange Ethereum all the way to the DAG hypergraph. And it's going to facilitate this swap so that more people can get onto the Constellation network. And so overall, it's going to be a great way to onboard new users from different blockchains without having to go through the pain of KYCing on a centralized exchange, or having to find a way to, you know, send DAG for fees on to simulate a swap. And so ultimately, having a cross-chain swap launch right off the bat at the infancy phase of the Constellation network is going to be absolutely huge. And anyone that wants to get into these liquidity pools can take up tokens, pair them up together, and then earn some passive income using the decentralized exchange token. So it's a win-win situation in my mind, especially the interoperability behind it. And one thing you need to know is that Constellation is all about cross-chain interoperability. The next phase, there's going to be basically a DAO. And if you hold the token, you're going to be part of the DAO. You get to vote on proposals. You get to vote on the direction of the project. The overall purpose of holding that token would be to, well, excuse me. The overall purpose of that token would be to be an investment, but also to be part of the project. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat behind the LTX token, so I want to break this down really quickly, and it's highlighted in these next two paragraphs. The LTX token currently powers the platform's decentralized governance mechanism. However, LTX is freely traded, creating a distraction between the development of the platform and speculation. In Lattice version 2, LTX must be locked and converted into VLTX to initiate or vote on proposals. The purpose behind the setup is to provide users the opportunity to control the direction of the project while requiring them to put down substantial value in order to minimize the likelihood of the platform being co-opted by malicious actors without undue centralization. So essentially, you got to take the token and stake it. I know it says convert, but that's the idea behind it. And they want you to convert it over so that if there's a huge proposal, then, you know, a whale can come in, buy up like a huge percentage of the tokens, and then put a bunch of votes towards a proposal that might harm the ecosystem. So by converting it over to VLTX, this prevents that from happening. And as a VLTX holder, you will earn Launchpad project tokens, staking nodes, programs. You have cross-chain swap fee sharing, and then you get bonus airdrops. So ultimately, there's a insane incentive behind getting in on Lattice, especially since this ecosystem is all about earning money, supporting projects in the Constellation blockchain, and being an avenue for passive income. And then the last thing, number 6, bonding. So every project faces the problem of generating lasting token liquidity, which can sometimes cost millions of dollars between market makers and incentivized staking pools. Bonding is a method used to attract project-owned liquidity and retain liquidity on decentralized exchanges. Bonding improves earlier yield farming methods where DEX liquidity providers were incentivized through high APYs to create attractive liquidity. This caused massive token inflation for projects and a permanent loss for users. Bonding gives a project ownership over the liquidity without inflating the token supply while still allowing users to benefit from yield generating activity. So that was a huge word salad, but ultimately what bonding is you had to take the tokens and then just lock it into the decentralized exchange. And then here's a great example. So project A allocates $100,000 worth of tokens, currently trading at $2 per token, in the exchange for $1.80 of a token paired up with a stablecoin USDC. Users then can bond their token and USDC pair over a set period, which is anywhere from 7 to 30 days, in exchange for a token value at $2 per token, and then 10% arbitrage based on the current prices. In this example, Protocol A will spend 100,000 of their token exchange for $90,000 worth of token. This liquidity would now be owned by the protocol itself. By owning the liquidity, the project no longer has to emit more tokens to maintain it. They simply hold it in their treasury. So, I mean, ultimately, how it goes is if you want to launch this project on the Lattice decentralized exchange, you have to take the token and then just lock it up into a liquidity pool. And then users can come in and lock their tokens in the liquidity pool, but they have to lock it for a certain set period of time. And through this bonding process, it's going to lower the token emissions and cause the price to stabilize. but also that project gives up ownership of that liquidity pool, and they can't pull liquidity out. They want to convert over to a version 2. So it creates an awesome transparency in the ecosystem. Now, the downside of doing that is if a token wants to essentially, develop a new utility or needs to move over to another version 2, then they're going to launch a new token altogether. So they can't convert like a token from version 1 to version 2. And this is something we saw with the Animal Farm, where we went from Animal Farm Pigs 1 to Animal Farm Pigs version 2 because of a hacker. Well, not really a hacker, but somebody came in and bought up a bunch of the pigs token for the piggy bank and caused a lot of mayhem. And so what Forex Shark did was he migrated the liquidity from version 1 to version 2, and then he phased out and blacklisted that wallet holder. So ultimately, it's a great idea in theory, but there's going to be some issues when it comes behind development. But if a project wants to go this route, then there's nothing wrong with launching multiple tokens to be part of their ecosystem. So coming back to this page, over here, we have the rewards program. So if you own the token, you can interact with the rewards program and get into nodes and earn some passive income. And you can like stake your DAG tokens. Here's Launchpad, where it talks about new projects that are launching on the Constellation network, and you can earn some awesome airdrops from it. Over here, you can buy and swap your tokens. There's the cross-chain interoperability. You can go from Avalanche to DAG to Ethereum. Pretty much almost any blockchain. I don't know if it'll let me pull up. Well, yeah. So I just want to point out a few blockchains. So that BNB, Ethereum, Tron, Avalanche, Chili's chain. Never heard of that. Don't attack me. I don't know what that is, in case it's a scam. I have no idea. You can go, you can buy Algorand with this, Phantom, Amberosis. So a bunch of different tokens here you can swap over to. BTS. Really, really cool stuff. And then you have the node manager, where you can set up a node through the community. And then we have the governance, where you can vote on proposals and you have to log up your token. And that's where you have the VLTX token over here. So let's go back and go forth. So overall, I just want to highlight the price right now. Right when this token launched, it was sitting at about 8 cents, and it got all the way up to about, I think it was like $2.51. Where's the token high? Yeah, the high was about yeah, why are my eyes not working today? Come on, where's the token high? $2.78. So we went all the way up to $2.78, and now we're sitting at about 30 cents. So we're about a 90% crash, and usually it'll just show it right here. Yeah, about 90%. So if you buy this token, return to the all-time high, you can 10x. But the one thing I will say is the market cap is at a little bit around 10 million. And typically when you see Constellation ecosystem blow up, there's a good chance that on top of Constellation blowing up, this decentralized exchange is going to blow up, because people are going to use it as a way to go from different blockchains into the DAG ecosystem. And they're also going to interact with the LTX token to do swaps, to get into the governance protocol. So there's a whole bunch of utility behind this token. And the fact that they are a decentralized exchange, a new developing Hyperledger ecosystem, there's a lot of potential for it to blow up. So right now I see it as an extremely large fish in a very small pond. So overall, I'm extremely bullish on the Lattice project. I think it's a great project. It has all the stuff that checks all the boxes, from interoperability to governance to passive income. Those 3 words are my favorite words ever. So that's it for the video today, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you got a question about Lattice, and also leave another comment if you think this is a great project to get involved in. And before I wrap this video up, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so we keep you guys up to date with the latest, greatest news and information in the space. My name's Chaos Chris. I love every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.